I've killed the drowners.
You showed us mercy, yet I deceived you. I can offer no money, but you cannot leave unrewarded. Take this amulet. It's Kezath, the symbol of mercy.
Will do.
Wonderful. Now we prepare for the coming of the lords.
Who are these lords?
We worship them and receive the grace of those from the eternal deep.
I keep thinking of the fish people, Vodunoi.
How dare you! Those names offend the lords.
Get lost, buddy.
Leave that lady be.
Feel sorry for a whore?
Before you go, apologize for your bad manners.
You lost it, old man. Beat it before I cut ya.
When you've apologized, go see Captain Vincent. Tell him you're a criminal and a louse.
Draw your sword, Drifter. I never killed defenseless people.
Lost your chance.
At him!
The Water Lords are nigh!
Kalkstein, an alchemist, claims you know about the tower's mage and its sentry.
A powerful sorcerer once lived in the swamp, an apprentice his only companion. All changed when a woman entered his life.
A fairy tale beginning.
But the end differs, for a wicked woman she was. He fulfilled all her wishes and she took advantage of his might.
Who was the woman?
Unimportant.
I'm listening.
Blind love spelled the mage's demise. He called upon forces he could not control and died.
What about the guard?
The mage's lover could tell fortunes, and the mage created a deck of extraordinary tarot cards. He illustrated a future event on each card.
And?
Golems guarded the mage's dwelling. Those spared the ravages of time survive at the cemetery, where they remain motionless.
One of them is the guard?
Yes, the most powerful golem acted as sentry. The tower card depicts how the golem can be revived. In turn, this will open the tower anew. Take this card. I no longer need it.
That formula needs rethinking. Sorry, I got lost in thought.
I heard Witcher Berengar was working for you.
I hoped you wouldn't discover that.
Care to elaborate?
I hired him to investigate the Swamp Tower. I didn't want to scare you, but I still have designs on that structure.
You hired him and he disappeared. Didn't you find that odd?
It's why I want you to solve the riddle. Maybe you can also discover what befell Berengar.
What do you think happened?
My competitors for that knowledge might have disposed of Berengar. He left this book with me. You might find it useful.
Let's talk about Salamandra. I think you're in league with...
What, me?
That's what I'd like to know.
What is it?
Evidence indicates you're... It's suspicious that people you hire are chased by Salamandra.
I don't know who pursued Berengar.
You didn't try trapping him to hand him to Azar Javid?
If I worked for Salamandra, I would never...
I believe you. I don't know enough to decide.
Right. We can't wait.
About the
Yes?
Vasca helped me locate the Tower Tarot card. It describes how to wake the sentry.
Let's see this card. Interesting. Much depends on interpretation, but I think I understand. Alchemists find it easier to understand other alchemists.
Enlighten me.
The sentry can only be woken if it's near the tower, which it is, and by using a lightning rod.
A lightning rod?
The drawing depicts a man in a crown, a reference to King Herman the Mad.
Who's Herman the Mad?
Herman used to ascend a tower during storms and insult the gods. A hostile faction carried out a coup by removing the lightning rod from the tower.
An interesting story.
You'll need a device that attracts and conducts lightning. Put plainly, a solid metal rod. A good smith should be able to forge one for a decent price.
What next?
Yes, we'll need a thunderstorm, but I have no idea how to make Mother Nature cooperate.
I'll think of something.
When you have everything, attach the lightning rod to the sentry. Energy from the lightning bolt will revive the golem.
What next?
No idea, but you'll manage. If you kill the golem, you'll be able to make a rare potion requiring his heart. Here's the formula.
We'll see.
Sorry.
See ya.
How strange!
Well, 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 what do we have here?
I'm Geralt of Rivia.
A warrior like no other. Your legend precedes you. How can I help?
I'm looking for some information. Is this where I'll find it?
Good question. I used to work for the lawyers Codringer and Fenn. Satisfied?
The names mean nothing to me, but I'll assume that's a recommendation.
As a professional, you understand information has its price.
I'll pay.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
What's it like being a private eye?
Lousy work in a town full of dirt and conspiracies. I spend most of my time spying on nobles and rich burghers who cheat on their wives. You can't imagine what people are capable of.
I don't think I care to imagine.
I recently followed Morton, commander of Foltest's Palace Guards. Heard of him?
I don't think so.
I saw him in the stables with 2 young pages. You wouldn't believe.
I've heard enough.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
I'm interested in the people who wear salamander pins.
Just so happens I know a thing or two. Before I go on, I wouldn't mind knowing what your interest in the case is.
Azar Javed. Name mean anything to you?
I've heard it. Why are you looking for Javed?
Let's just say my boots do a rendezvous with his ass.
Usually I charge for information, but I'll give you this bit for free. I've been working on that case for a while.
Personal matter or a commission?
I'll risk trusting you. Let me tell you a story. A happy couple once lived in Vizima, ordinary as fish in a pond, with a 10-year-old boy. One day the father returned home and was puzzled not to be greeted by his son, his dog, or the smell of dinner on the stove. He suspected nothing until he found the dog dead, shot in the muzzle with a heavy crossbow. He wasn't even sure it was his dog, but then he found his wife pinned to the kitchen door with a spear. He searched the house in vain for his son. The culprits hadn't left a trace. To make a long story short, Vincent Mice had to close the case. No witnesses, no evidence. Except 6 months later, a monster's corpse turned up in a trash heap. Eyes like festering wounds, pale, rough skin, unnaturally muscular body. Everyone had forgotten the murder and disappearance. Almost everyone. See, the missing boy had one characteristic feature, a 6th toe. Only the parents knew about it. Always had trouble finding shoes for the kid. And the dead monster had an identical 6th toe. The father has devoted his life to tracking down the murderers.
I hope he finds them.
Back to reality. This is what I've managed to learn. Azar Javed, a Zerrikanian sorcerer, leads Salamandra. He's more dangerous than a pit of Kikimors, but unfortunately out of my reach. With his contacts and resources, he's got almost free reign in the city.
I got a taste of his abilities. Anything else?
I suspect Salamandra has built a large-scale operation, with gold simply greasing the wheels of their political ambitions. They're conducting genetic experiments, dangerous ones. Regular thugs wouldn't have the knowledge or means.
Who's working for Javed? Any guesses?
The captain of the guard who dropped that investigation disappears nights. Maybe you can squeeze some information out of him.
Is that all?
We might have one more lead. The city guards detained someone who could provide information.
The guards at the city jail?
Yeah. Find a way to question that prisoner. In the meantime, learn what you can from the guards.
Count on it. People open up to me all the time.
His information could be priceless. Good luck.
Know anything more about the Salamander prisoner?
He may be one of the leaders, though in this town the guards capture pawns while the big fish swim free. We'll know for certain once you question him.
We'll see.
Just one thing. I think you're being followed.
Any suggestions?
Wait here a while. Make them nervous.
Surprise those who want to surprise you. I'll leave at midnight.
The Witcher is taking his time.
He must have left a different way. No matter.
Seems true. I assume the trap is set.
Indeed. Tend to your tasks in the trade quarter.
I'll leave the matter to our best agent.
Die, bastard!
You dare challenge the
No sign of Javed or the Professor. This bunch should cave easily. Let's do this.
Imbeciles.
Who's this? This wasn't our deal, cop.
Relax. Just a witcher. Surely you know witchers are golems. No will of their own. Follow orders quick and easy. No complaints. Right, Geralt?
Right.
See? Nothing to be afraid of. You didn't exactly come alone. Now let's deal.
I don't trust him. Heard he was a fucking murderer, cut up over a dozen of our people.
Let's not play who killed who. That's the past. We're interested in the future. Your future. Which will be unpleasant if Javed learns you cheated him. And believe me, he'll learn shortly if you don't start talking.
You bluffing? You don't scare me.
Enough. Where's Javed? Where are the Witcher's secrets? Spit it out before I feed you to the rats.
Vincent, stop him! I know nothing! I was assistant to Salamandra's accountant. Javed stopped trusting me. I don't know where he is or what he intends.
The Professor?
I don't know, he went off somewhere.
Bullshit. You need encouragement.
You promised me protection in exchange for my testimony. On my mother's grave, I know nothing! Stop him! You're a cop! This is murder! You're gonna stand by and watch?
No, I'm leaving. Besides, I know you had a part in murdering Raymond's family. Witcher, make it quick.
Kill you like a dog!
Ask.
Know anything about this salamander prisoner?
Why would I tell you? The captain would kill me.
Maybe I can persuade you.
Powder would help. I never turn down good Fizztech.
Who did you confiscate the Witcher's sword from?
Tala, the fence, has to earn his living somehow. Before we let the professor out, Tala and Vincent were chatting in the courtyard.
Before I went down the sewers. Somehow I sense it was no coincidence. Where do I find Tala?
I marked the place on the map.
Tell me about that Salamandra prisoner.
But... I hardly know anything.
Where is he?
They took him to Lebiota Hospital.
Thanks. You should drop that habit.
Maybe, but not today.
See ya.
Stay away from the prisoner. Stay away from the prisoner.
I want to ask... Shh, he's talking.
Kalkstein. He's passed out. Shove off.
There's a commotion in the corridor.
Bloody thugs. Ram's meat sent them.
We'll all die.
Bloody thugs. Ram's meat sent them.
Who's there?
Just a witcher.
Just?
Geralt, greetings.
What happened?
A show of force. They smashed a window and packed 3 bolts in Coleman's gut. Used dispersive bolt heads. A Havkar speciality. And highly illegal.
Who killed him?
Damn Scoia'tael. Now folk will call him a good man, saying how he helped old ladies. A sense of pogrom approaching. The damn shits drew up a list of enemies, and they've begun eliminating them without regard for the consequences.
Why Coleman?
Anger? Revenge? Some elven youth probably overdosed. A note on one of the bolts read, White Death Trader. He was selling Fizztech to kids, cheaper than anyone else. And you know how addictive it is.
I'm surprised they acted in town.
They feel strong now they've got arms. Some fool did business with them. I suspect Harren Brog. What terrible times.
Fragmenting tip. Enters the stomach as 1, exits the back as 3, mincing the internal organs. Hawker's specialty. Useless against armored soldiers, the tips burst on the surface of even the lightest armor. They're used to kill civilians, for show, as a cruel warning. I know where the weapons that killed Coleman came from. I need to avoid those situations, remain neutral, not get involved.
What do you want, Wolf?
Ever seen the Salamandra sign?
I've seen a lot. Have a problem with that?
Best tell me all you know. The name Azar mean anything?
I have a rule. Before I slit someone's throat, I give them some advice. Never threaten me. Make sure you remember that. I mean, image is everything, right?
I need to talk to you about...
Quickly.
When I ask about Salamandra, your henchmen get shifty.
They're like me. We don't like Salamandra.
I see. Settling scores in the underworld.
Anything else?
Why did you contact Witcher Berengar?
What's it to you?
He was my brother.
Take a good look. Do I seem like a whore to you?
Actually,
no one talks to me like that in my house. Get out.
Your people attacked me at the hospital.
You cracked? I sent them there to bring back one of ours.
Let's say I believe you. I'm short on proof, so let's say I leave you alone for now.
Thanks a lot. But you'll allow me not to fall at your feet. If you do happen to find Javed, I'll be glad to hear about it. And if you find any of his underlings, I wouldn't mind having a chat with them, too.
How did things go at the warehouse once I left?
Quickly.
Good. I admit I was hoping for a bit more, but it's always a few bandits less.
That's the last time you use me. I'm not a general avenger.
Had no choice, believe me. It won't happen again. You have my word. I guess you plan to continue the investigation.
Don't have a choice.
I can't help officially, but I'll leave you to it. Anything you learn, I'd be glad to hear.
I know about your connection to Salamandra.
Curiosity is killing me.
I have irrefutable evidence you're not involved.
I wish you'd said so sooner.
Well?
Here's a city guard ring. Wear it, and the guard shouldn't give you any trouble.
Thanks. Know anything else about Salamandra?
Salamandra aims to take over the Fistak trade. Javed smelled the money in it. He's a junkie himself.
There are more massacres in Anomalies.
As rampant
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
So, I questioned the captain of the city guard.
Any conclusions?
I think he's innocent.
Surprising. Sure he didn't pull the wool over your eyes?
Don't worry about my eyesight. It's not Vincent.
All right, I'll cross him off our list of suspects. For now. He's hiding something, that's clear, but I'll look into that later. What about our other leads?
So, I got to the prisoner.
He spill anything?
Didn't have time. Ramsmeet's men attacked.
You sure? Strange. Ramsmeet wants Salamandra gone, unless something I don't know about has occurred.
Javed might have scared him, or paid him off.
Something to check. Did you get anything out of the prisoner?
One word. Kalkstein.
Makes sense. Kalkstein's known to be a talented alchemist. He could be helping Javed with his experiments.
I've met Kalkstein. He didn't look the criminal.
That might be true, but we need to check all our leads. Let's get to work. I'll ask around town, talk to my contacts. You keep an eye on Kalkstein. Gain his trust. Get to know his plans and secrets.
How do you want to proceed?
Patience. This is just like fishing.
I prefer hunting.
Then gain Kalkstein's trust. Do him a favor. Learn something that interests him. You could get him to hire you. And talk to Ramsmeet, but don't overdo it. There's one with a short temper. I'm all...
How do you want to proceed?
Patient.
I prefer
that. And talk...
I don't have the strength anymore.
You dare challenge the Salamandra!
Die, shit-eater!
Thanks, Geralt. You saved my life. The bastards snuck in here. Somehow they found out I'm after them.
Who? What happened?
Salamandra. I was a step away from solving the mystery. One small step.
Relax, Raymond. You're safe now.
Not likely. They're following me day and night. I gotta find a way to lose them.
What do we do?
I'll set a false trail. You question the new suspects.
Who?
Here, take these notes. They list all the key leads.
What do you intend to do?
They're on my heels, so I've got to disappear. I'll draw them away while you pursue the investigation. I'll find you, White Wolf. Mere deduction. Welcome.
Tell me.
Not so fast.
How much do I owe?
200.
This investigation is getting expensive.
I'm not the Prophet Lebiota. I can't live on roots and berries. Neither can my informers. I guarantee...
For 200 ore.
The costs are what they are.
Really?
Yes?
This investigation...
I'm
for...
the...
Really?
Yes?
See you later.
It's a...
Mr. Marlowe sent me.
What's happening?
Raymond said he has some new information. Come to his house as soon as you can.
Thanks for the message. I've nearly completed my investigation.
All right.
If you don't work with Salamandra, who are you?
A modest merchant. Allow me to show gratitude with a gift.
Quit bluffing, Declan.
This symbol signifies my secret society. We seek to destroy Salamandra.
Learn anything useful?
The Salamanders have risked much. This is a political matter, let me tell you. Some larger schemes at play in Redania. Few people know this secret. King Foltest, the Lodge of Sorceresses, and I watch the northern border.
How does this relate to Salamandra?
Azar Javed has sent a special force north. My men saw them. He too knows something's brewing and is making preparations.
Yes?
This investigation is getting expensive.
I'm not the prophet.
All right, 200 orans.
Down to business. They transferred the prisoner after the attack.
Not good.
Especially since we won't get anything else out of him. He died last night.
How did that happen?
Well, he wasn't in great shape, so I guess it's no surprise, but I have a feeling.
Someone helped him along?
Exactly. Shawnee's a good friend of yours, right? Ask her to do an autopsy, once we know the cause of death.
Wait a minute. Are you spying on me?
That's my job.
See you later.
Geralt, we need to talk.
What is it?
Some people died at the hospital. Were you involved? Explain yourself.
I wanted to question a prisoner, one of your patients, but thugs interrupted us. It was their bodies the guard discovered later.
I'll tell you what I overheard. The prisoner will be transported to a safe location.
Thanks, Shawnee, for understanding.
Just watching out for you.
I need you to help me with an autopsy.
What? That's illegal.
It's necessary.
Visit me at night. We'll talk.
See ya.
Lady, bless this house and give us strength to help these people.
Eternal fire,
Our
fill my
Mother,
heart.
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
We'll all die.
Mahakam makes me rich.
Show me.
Mr.
Yes?
Shani.
I wanted to talk.
Sorry.
Yeah?
Shani.
Mm-hmm.
I need your help with
An autopsy? Since when do you deal with stuff like that?
since I started investigating Salamandra.
Okay, though, I'm no coroner. You'll have to interpret our findings. We'll meet in the evening. Until then, gather as many clues as possible.
I'll sniff around.
Get the body from the gravedigger. We'll meet at the hospital in the evening.
How do I find information to help the autopsy?
Ask Vincent Mice, but also look for books on anatomy and pathology.
Farewell.
What do you need?
You seem to know a lot about the deaths in the city. Ever help with investigations?
Sometimes I inform Raymond about the more interesting dead men.
Maybe you can tell me too.
No, I promise to...
I see.
What do you need?
A prisoner died recently. Is he in the cemetery already?
Don't know. You can have another body. They all reek this...
I'm after a specific corpse.
Particular. Come back when you know what you want. Examining remains is an art. Always worthwhile to look deeper. But who does that concern?
Could you hand over the prisoner's body for an autopsy?
For a bottle of dwarven liquor. Kidding? What? Begone! What? Nothing like a good drink.
About the prisoner.
Where you want the body dumped?
At the hospital.
It'll be there by evening.
Farewell.
Did a dog run by with a liver in its mouth? If only I could sleep and forget these horrors. I'm so tired. Oh.
Ashes to ashes. What do you
Here's your key.
learn anything?
I found Raymond's body in the crypt.
How? I spoke to him recently.
Now I'm sure. The leader of Salamandra, a mage capable of spinning illusions, is masquerading as Raymond.
Good one.
Looks like I have.
All right, go in.
What? I figured out Javed.
Good. So you gained the element of surprise. But you'll still have to face this powerful sorcerer alone.
Maybe Kalkstein has some ideas.
Good work, Wolf.
Want the truth about Salamandra?
I'm listening.
I figured out
Good.
Maybe
Good work.
See.
That's no bargain.
I'm so tired.
So
I've figured out Salamandra.
right.
I've figured out Javed.
Spit it out.
Javed is using an illusion to disguise himself as Raymond. The real detective is dead. I have solid proof. Javed's now free to pursue his plans. He wanted me to go after Vincent, Ramsmeet, and Kalkstein.
Dog's balls. I don't know what to say. A while longer and he'd have duped us all. How do you want to finish this son of a bitch off?
I need to weaken him. Unfortunately,
Talk to the men he's after. They might know.
I'll find. Let's get
We'll begin in a minute. Race?
Shani, this isn't...
Whatever you say.
The bone marrow has been...
Very likely.
So, he was torn to pieces after he...
I also see some stab wounds.
External signs aren't everything. His neck muscles and palms look tense. How do you know when he died?
Normally I base it on muscle stiffness and dehydration, but rigor mortis is persisting for too long.
They say successful autopsies are based on curiosity.
Let's check his The symptoms are peculiar, and the cause of death, too.
Those wounds are too obvious. I suspect something more. Poison?
If so, a rare sort.
Kalkstein?
Ah! Liver's completely cirrhotic.
This is too easy.
Life can be simple sometimes.
Are you certain poison is the only explanation for the unusual rigor mortis?
The most likely cause.
I have a sinking feeling there's more to this.
We can try the coroner's last resort, opening the skull. Opening the skull, always a pleasure. See that in the brain?
Larva of the Zeracanian tsetse fly.
But how did they get in his brain?
It's part of their development cycle. If we were in Zeracania, I'd say a fly crawled up his nose and laid its eggs.
We're in Temeria.
Our climate is too cold and dry for the tsetse fly. Even if someone brought eggs, how would they get up his nose?
What do these eggs look like?
Tiny, white, like flour.
Or Fistek? Geralt. I gave him Fistek before he died. He was suffering terribly, and we had no other anesthetics. I thought it was safe.
Where did you get it?
From your friend, the detective. He told me it was from special stock.
Raymond.
Then we have a problem.
He added eggs to the Fistek, then came here at night to fake the other evidence.
That doesn't sound like Raymond at all.
My medallion vibrates whenever I see him lately. And Zeracania? That's where Azar Javed is from. The real Raymond may no longer be with us.
But I saw him just yesterday.
Azar's using an illusion, trying to manipulate me. Thanks, Shani. I couldn't have figured it out without you.
What will you do now?
I'll talk to Kalkstein first. He should help me prepare.
Be careful, Geralt. Please don't underestimate Javed.
know Raymond is the Salamandra leader.
Are you sure?
Yes, I have irrefutable evidence. Azar killed Raymond and assumed his identity using an illusion.
The rogue! What do you intend to do about it?
You're better off not knowing.
Be careful. He has great power. You must separate him from its source, the element of fire. Lure him to a place where the magical aura is unstable. It would be best if this place was surrounded by the opposing element, water.
The tower in the swamp.
Ideal. You'd stand a chance there.
See ya.
Yes?
I have the autopsy.
And?
I couldn't conclude anything.
How's that?
How do I put this? I mistook one vial for another and poured some caustic crap on the corpse. We couldn't draw any conclusions from what remained.
None? None at all?
Not a one. Come on, Raymond. Everyone makes mistakes.
I need to think. Come back later. Here at last. Listen, I got it all figured out. Kalstein and Ramsmeet were associates. I have irrefutable evidence.
What do we do with that information?
We set a trap, though it might be dangerous. Gather your equipment and come back later.
All right.
Yes?
We'll speak later.
Yes?
I wanted to ask you about the commander of the Royal Guard.
I saw him in town some time ago, busy bashing perverts.
How come?
What don't you understand? Everyone knows the Guard commander hates anyone he can call deviant.
Everyone knows, but few care.
Yes?
I'm ready for Rams.
Good. He leads Salamandra's armed force.
Won't be easy, but I'll try.
Yes?
Good news. You'll be happy, Raymond.
You killed Ramsmeet?
He won't be bothering us anymore. But that's not it. We'll nab Javed soon. I have a plan. Your family will be avenged.
So, what's your plan?
I wanted to take care of this alone, but if you're willing to help...
Of course I am. You're paying me, after all. Besides, we're friends now.
Yes. Friends. Now, since we've defanged Javed by getting rid of Ramsmeet, let's plan what he and Kalkstein want so much.
And that is?
The secret's inside the swamp tower. I know how to open it, and I'd like you to do something.
Of course. What?
Come with me to the swamp, and when I open the tower, take the secret books, hide them away from me. We can't let them fall into Javed's hands.
Right. When do we go?
Now.
We need to secure what's hidden in the tower. All the books and scrolls. Bait for our target.
Just one thing missing. I have yet to unlock the tower door.
That's where I come in. This stone is the key to the tower, or part of the key. You make sure you get Kalkstein interested, like we agreed.
See you. All the Sephiroth are set. My medallion's vibrating like mad, so the spell must be working. The tower door should be open. I can't wait to see Kalkstein's reaction.
Aren't you eager to learn the truth?
I'd rather stay focused. Should I get the book from the tower?
Yes, hurry. We can't let Kalkstein get ahead of us. I hope that murderer swallowed the bait.
I think I made sure of that.
You'll soon learn the truth. Excited?
More than you think. Just one question. Where did you get the idea to assume Raymond's identity?
Clever. From you, of course. He was getting close and you trusted him. I would have been foolish not to take advantage of the situation.
Did you forget it would put you face to face with a Witcher? Well, I'd be foolish not to take advantage of this situation. Enough chatter. Now kindly lead me to where you've hidden the items stolen from Kaer Morhen.
Let the Witcher get the better of you. You nearly got me killed.
Silence. Back to the base of the trade quarter. Hurry before he recovers.
We shall meet again, freak.
All felt the battle in the swamp was the beginning of events that would soon rock Temeria. Sensing the approaching conflict, both sides were eager to test the enemy. A routine skirmish between patrols erupted into a regular battle. Led by unwavering faith, the Knights of the Order showed greater determination and emerged victorious. The Scoia'tael learned that freedom could only be achieved by shedding blood, their enemies and their own. Azar excluded me from the battle. When Triss woke me, heaps of bodies appeared before my eyes. It was the last time I was able to avoid taking sides.
You're mistaken. I have him under control. And not just him. They're all leading out of my hand. I regret that Foltest is away at the summit, but I trust you'll tend to the King's Council.
I assume you've resolved matters with Luvarden as well.
Yes, I made an offer and he accepted. He claims his superiors had similar plans, but we beat them to it. Men can do nothing but talk and then always claim the initiative.
And how is your Witcher?
I should be able to convince him.
Don't overdo it. Geralt can be exceptionally perceptive.
I know. I must get back. I'll contact you when it's all over.
Never let the Witcher guess what you hide from him.
Triss?
Should you be up? I'd rather make sure you've recovered completely.
How?
Don't worry. This won't hurt a bit. Well, you seem to be at full strength. It must be that unusual Witcher's metabolism.
Triss, how did I get here?
Pure coincidence. I was scanning for magic anomalies and happened upon a false trail set by Kalkstein.
You found me in the swamp? What happened there?
I don't know. The alchemist is still there, examining solid stone, but he won't find anything. The greater anomalies are here in Vizima.
Magic anomalies? In Vizima?
Yes. I'd appreciate it if you could help me figure them out. But back to your health.
I thought I was at full strength.
You misunderstood me. Physically, nothing's wrong. It's your mind that worries me.
Explain.
You raved for hours. I had no choice but to read your thoughts to learn about your injuries and which poisons you took this time.
I'm sure you read beyond that.
I couldn't help it. Your thoughts were quite loud. In any case, I know about your recent adventures.
Can you help me?
Recover your memory? I doubt anyone can, but there's a small chance...
A small chance of what?
From what I saw, I think you would benefit by creating a stable personality.
Meaning?
Geralt, please, this is important.
Just limit the psychobabble.
You need to take a stand on the world's problems. It doesn't matter what position, just that you choose one. A strong identity may help restore your memory.
Can't you just tell me what you saw?
No, I don't want you turning into my vision of Geralt. I want you to decide for yourself who you are, without looking back.
I shouldn't take an interest in the past?
Exactly. Your memory should return in due course.
We'll see.
Geralt.
Who were you talking to through the mirror?
You heard me? Ah, sorceress business. Nothing important.
Sounded serious.
I had to make a few promises to learn about Salamandra.
You could.
Trust me, it was nothing important.
How did you get here?
Long story. When you men went chasing around...
Which proved effective.
By some miracle, I decided to look for Salamandra using unconventional methods.
Any results?
Very good ones. You'll learn it all in due time.
Why not now?
To get this information, I had to agree not to tell you. Patience, Witcher.
You said something about magic anomalies.
Various things can cause them, but more importantly, they can be the cause of true evil. When I last felt this way, you and a sorceress were trying to capture a genie, destroyed half a city in the process. You probably have no recollection, but a lot hung in the balance.
I don't recall.
I could use your help. I have some magic sensors that need to be placed around Vizima. They'll help us locate the anomaly's source.
All right, give me the sensors. I'll take care of it.
Always eager to please.
What are friends for?
I saw a perfect wall cavity in the trade quarter near Town Hall. Place one there, a second in the temple quarter near the entrance to the sewers, and the third in Vizima's cemetery. We'll create a typical Radcliffe triangle. You know, of course, that triangulation is most effective in these cases.
I'll see you later.
See you. Oh, I nearly forgot.
What?
Lou Varden, a merchant, wants to see you. He hosts banquets at the new Naracourt.
I don't like banquets.
Important people will attend.
I don't know.
Including Princess Ada, whose curse you lifted. Apparently, she's slightly obsessed with you.
I'll think about it.
I'll be there.
All right, I'm convinced. Maybe I can gather some information there.
6 this evening. Here's the pass that makes you official in the trade quarter.
A pass?
Well, in addition to a quarantine, the authorities of Vizima have imposed martial law.
How'd I miss that?
It only covers the trade quarter, which you haven't entered.
So how do these passes work?
Only the quarter's residents are allowed to move about. I have a house here, so I was able to get a pass.
So what do I do?
Well, I registered you as residing here. Falsely, of course.
What's with the passes?
Well, in addition to a quarantine, the authority...
How'd I miss...
It only covers the trade...
So how do...
Only the...
So what do...
Well, false...
Listen.
Progress...
I'm still...
Geralt.
I'll...
You! Stop!
Yes?
Your pass.
You're overdoing it with the passes.
Complain to the king.
He's returned?
No, but all new edicts bear his seal.
Farewell.
What can I get her?
I wouldn't flaunt your weapon. A state of emergency in the quarter has put everyone on edge.
The neighborhood has lost charms.
I'm exhausted.
Armed as you are, I stay clear of the dark.
Damn, it's hot in this thing.
Know your place, Witcher.
Greed.
Any new monster?
I don't handle that anymore. Talk to the royal huntsman.
Farewell.
Geralt,
I'm glad you're here.
I'm not in the mood for music, Dandelion. We'll talk later.
Geralt, I promised to perform for all these people and I don't have my lute.
Then you have a problem.
Geralt.
What happened to your lute?
Long story. Tell you over a drink? Don't be ridiculous, Geralt. Geralt.
What's so...
It's the one I got from Teruviel in the Valley of...
Who's Teruviel?
The she-elf from the Blue Mountains. You did quite a number on her nose when you two first met.
Where is she now?
I heard she joined the Scoia'tael. I wonder if she's still alive.
In the Valley of Flowers?
I even wrote a ballad about that, where the devil says goodnight. I'll be singing it today.
I remember that.
Great. So you know why I want that loot back.
How did you get in the trade quarter?
Personal charm and fame open a lot of doors.
I doubt city guards appreciate...
Geralt, you know so little. I approached a wealthy merchant whose daughter studied lute under... With all the right contacts, he obtained a pass...
See you.
A witcher? They said your kind was extinct.
Very nearly. I'm Geralt.
I'd rather not reveal my true name, my knightly vows. If you wish, you may call me Patrick de Wazy.
Of the, Flaming Rose?
Indeed, I'm a member. Perhaps you could lend me some assistance.
With what?
My sister. Will you hear her story? One day we found her unconscious in bed. Blood trickled from fang marks on her neck. We had no doubts, a vampire.
Fang marks don't necessarily mean a vampire.
These clearly did, for after a time, my sister disappeared. She must have been transformed and then escaped.
If she is a vampire, I'll have to...
Above all, I would like you to find her. Confirm our suspicions.
Do you know one Siegfried of Danale?
Indeed.
What news of him?
He is due to be promoted. In fact, he possibly has been already. I don't know, we never speak.
Can you tell me why?
He is transformed since the swamp. I said to him, Honorable Siegfried, I congratulate you. Your honor and faith vanquished the pagan rabble. He gazed upon me strangely, saying, Honorable? Perhaps. Honor and faith? Certainly not. We were victorious, for they were hungry and poorly armed. A bit of blood, and he has forgotten all about honor. He should follow his father's example.
Where can I find him?
His father? Dead. Purportedly torn apart by a man.
I meant
He trains recruits in front...
All right.
You should have no trouble recognizing her. None can ignore her azure eyes. She is a slim, beautiful blonde.
I'll do what I can.
Master Luvarden requests your company at 6 in the evening.
Geralt.
What's...
It's the one I got...
Who's Teruviel? Where?
I heard... Geralt. Ugh, forgot how tough you were.
Got up the courage to tell me about the loot?
I guess. My loot's at the home of a rich merchant. The house is on the west side of Salt Square, and I can't possibly leave. The crowd awaits.
Why wouldn't you tell me earlier?
Well, the merchant caught me giving his daughter lessons.
In what?
Relax, Geralt. Music.
All right. I'll fetch your loot.
Wonderful.
Tell me about this merchant.
All right. Truth is, he's got reasons to dislike me.
What did you do this time?
Let's say his daughter and I got to know each other without permission.
Typical.
Luckily, last time I visited, I made her pretty happy, so she hid the loot for me in a trunk on the upper floor.
All right. I'll do my best to find it.
I wish not to speak of serious matters. I'm here to relax.
Your mother sucks
If not for monsters and bandits, this side would be without
Geralt.
Here's your loot.
Great. I owe you one. I need to prepare.
When's your performance?
After 8 at night. Come if you want.
If I can.